questions for Coach Hill.
Yeah, just what was the environment like initially when you walked in? I saw you soaking it in and just kind of smiling.
Yeah, I mean, it was incredible. It was incredible. It's something that I texted Keith before the game because I almost was late because usually I can just navigate through, and I had to take a detour, and I texted him and I said, like, this is the stuff as a coach that builds a program. This is stuff you want to be a part of, you know. It really is. And I saw the fans had a blast. Everybody had a good time. And, and they tried to will us tonight. And, I want to say this, like, in Oxford, because we're such a small town. One of the things that got us this year, too, is we didn't have a lot of weekend games. And during the week, it is a challenge. And I do understand that. Like, I understand being in a small town because, my daughter had soccer before the game tonight. This is a family environment. And the students really came in and rocked the place. And then everybody else that usually comes filled in. But it was really cool, and it's something that, for me, I hope that we have all the time. Like, I hope we have that all the time because our players deserve it. And, yeah, so it was cool.
I know you got a lot of, when you played on game day, did you have a chance to talk with Stephen while he was there? I know.
Yeah, he came out. I saw him in the green room before the game, and we just talked. I really appreciate him coming. I know why he came. People could give all the narratives, but I know, and I know why he came. And I know what it did for us, women's basketball, for me, and I'm gonna always be appreciative for him for that. And he said he's gonna come back for the football game too. So, everybody else could take the credit for that, but I know why he came for this one, and I appreciate it. And he had his daughter and close friends and stuff. It was really cool.
I think you answered this in the opening statement. 6:51 to go. You guys were up 10. I noticed you were kind of, telling them to slow down. Was it conditioning? Was it the gas that caused you to change the game?
Yeah, and I don't want to be like LSU won the game. So, like, let me just make that clear. I don't want to be a coach that has excuses, Like, I'm not a sore loser. Like, it is what it is. If we won, it would have really helped us, but we lost. It doesn't hurt us. So I'm not, like, upset. But the reality is it was a challenge. And, at Kentucky, Cody played 40 minutes. And then Tennessee plays a style. I mean, Tennessee lost tonight, to an unranked team at home. It is very difficult, and I wasn't, Kim nor I was happy about playing that game on Tuesday. But what can you do? You had to make it up. We would have preferred next week, but that's not what the opportunity we were given. So we didn't make any excuses, and we came out and played. But when I saw my players missing bunnies around the basket, we don't miss those. Clutch free throws. We don't miss those. But I am confident that this week is going to prepare us for something even greater in March. And I'm not talking about SEC tournament. I'm talking about March Madness when we go, and hopefully Cyril will be back. And we'll appreciate this and learn from it.
About the toughness of this team over the last week.
I'm impressed because I'll tell you right now, like, I'm exhausted. I'm emotionally exhausted. I'm physically exhausted. And I didn't have to go out there and set a screen or run, I'm really impressed. I really love my team. They're just such great people. They wanted to win this so bad. I felt it slipping. And sometimes when you're a coach, like, you don't have 45 timeouts. I kept calling stuff, and we just couldn't perform. And I know it was due to the legs because if you look at every other quarter, we were able to perform. So we'll chalk it up. LSU is a great team. Maybe we'll see them in the SEC tournament, or maybe we'll see them in the NCAA tournament. Our league is so good, we're going to run into each other at some point to get to where we're trying to go, and we'll be ready then.
Kind of latest prognosis on Sarah. What is it she's dealing with?
She's just going to be out. She had a bone bruise, so she'll be out, and we're not going to rush her back. And we don't. One, player safety is very important, but two, this is just a really cool opportunity for other people to step up, and for us to deepen our bench while she's out. And this is great for her to see and learn and understand her value. And Sarah wants to be back more than anybody else, but we're not going to do it until she's 100% healthy.
A quick question, jumping ahead, if you don't mind, but I learned today when you face off against South Carolina on game day, that would be the first women's basketball game day game to have 2 African-American head coaches. So I'm just curious, I don't know if you know that stat or not,
I did not.
but
Yeah.
now that you've had 1 second to think about
Yeah.
it.
I have no comment. I mean, I just told you I was tired. But no, I have a lot of admiration for Dawn. She is someone that coming up mentored me and now treats me like a respectable opponent. And so, but if I need her, like I can still call. For our team, I think that's amazing. I know Columbia will show out. Their fans show me a lot of love. Their fans, LSU fans, Tennessee fans, I get a lot of love from their fan base. So they'll cheer for both, but they'll let me know what side they're on before they cheer for us. We're gonna take tomorrow off. Because we really want to put out our best effort when we go to Columbia. And we need rest more than anything. But that's pretty cool, and I'm sure I'll take it in when we go.
Coach, how would you evaluate Tiana Thompson tonight? She
Yeah.
played a crucial role in both ends of the floor. Maybe how would that impact how she's used as the season goes on for your team?
Yep. Just anytime you get an opportunity, you get a chance to grow and learn, and she will continue to do that. And I love this for her because we need her. And so Tiana is really like a freshman. She didn't play a lot at Georgia Tech because she had an injury that kept her out for the majority of the season. So she's really like a freshman. So her future is super bright. I thought she competed, made some big time shots, which we know she can do, and fought like hell. Had 4 fouls. That's what I'm talking about. Like, what are you keeping fouls for? Just go ahead and compete, And I thought she did that, and she'll continue to grow as we move forward.
Coach, how the impact of Natasha Moore? She just seems to, make plays when you absolutely need them. I mean, how much of a benefit is it having her on the team?
Yeah, I love Tosh. I think she's super skilled. She's also. I think her biggest attribute is like she's just an awesome person, and a great teammate. Like she loves her teammates, and she's really easy to coach. The whole team is, but like Tosh is it's very hard for me to ever be upset with her. She usually just doesn't allow me to be upset because she's so coachable. So I wanted her to have a double-double tonight, and I know she wanted to have one too. But I thought she fought really hard. I really enjoy coaching her, and I don't think you all have seen her best basketball yet. So maybe she's saving it for March.
Okay, thank you guys.
All right, thanks everybody.